Most leaders believe their teams respect them. Yet studies reveal a painful truth. 70% of employees worldwide report feeling disengaged at work. Imagine that 7 out of 10 people in your meetings, opening your emails, joining your projects, but not truly invested. And the cost? Gallup estimates disengaged employees cost companies $8.8 trillion annually in lost productivity. That's nearly 9% of the global gross domestic product wasted not because people don't want to work, but because leadership is failing them. Here's one quick fix you can use today. At the end of your next meeting, ask this question: what's the single biggest obstacle holding us back right now? This small shift can surface blind spots, give your team a voice, and immediately boost trust. But this is just the beginning. Stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal the hidden, most underestimated leadership skill that separates great leaders from average managers. Something you can apply immediately to transform how your team sees you. Think of it as the gold at the end of this video. Before we dive in, may I ask you to subscribe to Inside Leadership? It helps this channel grow and motivates us to keep producing content that sharpens your leadership edge. Thank you for supporting us. Now let's begin. Many managers think their title automatically makes them leaders. They believe authority equals respect. But true leadership is not about position, it's about influence. History proves this. Consider Ernest Shackleton, the Antarctic explorer whose ship, the Endurance, was trapped in ice. His men faced starvation, freezing temperatures, and endless uncertainty. Shackleton had formal authority, yes, but what kept his crew loyal wasn't rank. It was his example. He shared rations equally, checked on men personally, and maintained optimism even in despair. That influence saved lives. Fast forward to modern business. Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, inherited a culture seen as rigid and competitive. Instead of asserting authority, he built trust through empathy and by shifting the company's mission to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. Microsoft's market value tripled under his leadership. Research supports this. Gallup found that teams led by managers who inspire trust deliver 50% higher productivity. Authority demands obedience. Leadership earns commitment. Practical takeaway. Each day ask yourself, am I leading through example or hiding behind my title? IQ may get you promoted, but emotional intelligence, EQ, keeps you effective. Leaders who lack EQ struggle to connect, resolve conflict, or inspire loyalty. Consider Nelson Mandela. After 27 years in prison, he emerged without bitterness. Instead of revenge, he chose reconciliation, showing deep emotional mastery. That single decision united a fractured South Africa and made him a symbol of global leadership. In business, Indra Nooyi, former CEO of PepsiCo, was known for handwritten letters to employees' families, thanking them for their support. Small gestures of empathy created extraordinary loyalty. A study by Harvard Business Review found that leaders with high EQ are 4 times more likely to build engaged teams. McKinsey adds that companies with emotionally intelligent leaders see 20% higher collaboration rates. Practical takeaway: try active listening. In your next one-on-one, aim to speak less than 40% of the time. Ask open-ended questions like, how are you feeling about your role right now? And listen fully before responding. A vision not communicated is no vision at all. Many leaders assume their teams get it. But silence in a meeting doesn't mean agreement. It often means confusion. During World War II, Winston Churchill understood this better than anyone. His speeches didn't just share plans. They inspired hope in desperate times. He used repetition, simplicity, and vivid imagery to ensure people understood both the mission and its importance. In today's business world, Elon Musk demonstrates this in a controversial but effective way. Whether discussing Mars colonization or Tesla's mission to accelerate sustainable energy, he repeats and reinforces a clear vision relentlessly. McKinsey research shows that leaders who communicate clearly are 3.5 times more likely to outperform competitors. A Deloitte survey adds that 62% of employees say miscommunication is the number one reason projects fail. Practical takeaway: don't just state goals once. Repeat them across formats, email, meetings, dashboards, until they become second nature. Always connect actions to the bigger why. Many leaders fear conflict. They avoid addressing poor performance or toxic behavior, hoping issues will vanish. But silence only magnifies dysfunction. Steve Jobs embodied the opposite. He was famously direct, sometimes harsh, but his refusal to ignore problems pushes teams to deliver groundbreaking products. While his style wasn't perfect, his courage to confront tough truths drove innovation. In contrast, many modern managers struggle here. Gallup found that 80% of employees who receive meaningful feedback weekly are fully engaged, compared to just 20% without it. That's a fourfold difference in engagement. Satya Nadella again offers a lesson. When he took over Microsoft, he confronted the company's know-it-all culture by challenging leaders to embrace a learn-it-all mindset. That difficult cultural conversation reset Microsoft's trajectory. Practical takeaway: don't delay feedback. Use this formula. Describe the behavior, explain its impact. Invite the person into problem solving. Example: when deadlines slip without communication, the whole team's trust suffers. How can we prevent this next time? Micromanagement destroys creativity and drains energy. When leaders over-control, they suffocate initiative and signal distrust. General Dwight D. Eisenhower knew this well. On D-Day, he planned every detail, but when the operation began, he delegated execution to field commanders. That trust enabled rapid, decentralized decisions that secured victory. In business, Google's Project Oxygen found that the best managers empower rather than control. Micromanaging managers ranked lowest in employee satisfaction and innovation. Empowering leaders created high-performing, innovative teams. Gallup reports that empowered teams are 21% more profitable. Deloitte adds that employees who feel trusted are 76% more engaged. Practical takeaway: before assigning a task, ask, do I care about the outcome or the process? Empowerment means trusting the process to your people while holding them accountable for results. Now for the gold: I promise consistency. You can have vision, empathy, clarity, courage, and empowerment. But if you're inconsistent, unpredictable in decisions, mood, or values, your team won't trust you. Consistency builds psychological safety. People perform best when they know what to expect from their leader. Without it, they spend energy guessing moods and second-guessing decisions. Consider Abraham Lincoln. He faced enormous division, yet remained consistent in his principles, preserving the Union and abolishing slavery. His steadiness, even in personal doubt, inspired loyalty. In modern times, Angela Merkel was often called the steady hand of Europe. Through crises, from financial collapse to refugee waves, her consistency became her greatest strength. Practical takeaway: start small. Be consistent in promises. If you say feedback will come Friday, deliver Friday. If you value punctuality, model it every time. Over time, consistency compounds into trust, the ultimate currency of leadership. Before we close, here are 3 practical actions you can apply immediately to avoid these mistakes. Daily reflection: at the end of each day, ask, did I lead by title or by influence? Write down one small action that earned respect without relying on authority. Feedback habit: schedule a recurring 15-minute feedback session weekly. Even if nothing urgent, use it to build dialogue and normalize tough conversations. Consistency check: ask your team anonymously, do you feel you know what to expect from me as a leader? The answers will reveal where you need more steadiness. Leadership isn't about titles or control. It's about avoiding these 5 deadly mistakes and mastering the hidden art of consistency. That is what separates average managers from leaders people trust and follow. If this video gave you value, please subscribe to Inside Leadership and share it with someone on your team who needs to hear this. Together, we'll sharpen leadership skills, build trust, and shape the future of work.